What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Inside Zone. Hey, look, we're heading into preseason week 3. We're seeing a lot of teams prepping for the season, a lot of players heading into contract years. I mean, this is a great, and knock on wood, we haven't seen too many, major injuries to prime time players, right? I mean, if you're a Falcons fan, you're kind of watching the wire, trying to see if any QBs go down because we got Kirk Cousins that we're trying to get off of that contract. But but today I want to talk about my Falcons. I want to talk about my Atlanta Falcons, right? And I could be being petty. This is what happens when we have preseason and we don't have anything else to talk about. But let's talk about the Falcons. Let's talk about the Falcons and the lack of preseason play for the Falcons starters. You know what I mean? So the Atlanta Falcons, strategy under Coach Raheem Morris, it's kind of drawn some criticism from the national media and from fans like me because they're opting to sit their starters. Now, some people say that they're getting rest. Some people say they're avoiding injury. The preseason doesn't matter. They're doing joint practices with other teams. I get it. But when you don't have your franchise quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., getting reps, real-time reps, game reps, live reps in prime time, and also when your starting quarterback has only played one preseason game in his career, which was last year, that's kind of worrisome. I mean, the logic is that veteran players like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen don't need the reps, right? But guess what? These guys all have played in the preseason so far this year. These guys have all put in some reps and look past their star status of future Hall of Fame and all that good stuff, and they're playing, right? They're getting the reps in because sometimes it's not just about the quarterback, it's about the rest of the chemistry on the team, right? The timing, the reps, one thing you can look at, right? If you ever play football, you put tape around you, we call it spat. You spat your shoes and tape up your jersey and everything differently on game day than you do in normal practice. It just is what it is, right? It's a different process. How does that feel? Is your jersey too tight? I think Shannon Sharp was talking about this on his podcast the other day. It is what it is. It's a different feeling, a different vibe when you're on game day versus practice. So look, I get it. Michael Penix has had a history of injuries. From Indiana to Washington, I think he's had 2 ACL surgeries. I get it, right? The stakes are high. He's going to be the franchise quarterback for years to come, and you don't want to jeopardize that. But look, and he also has natural talent, right? His natural talent, he has a live arm, but we need to see the chemistry with the rest of the squad, right? So look, the coaching staff seems content. They seem content with the effort that they're getting out of the joint practices. They seem content with some of the reps that the starters are getting in practice, and we're getting a lot of looks at the backups, which I get it, right? The backups matter too. But look, there's a reason why Andy Reid and other Hall of Fame coaches play their players in the preseason. I don't know. I could be being picky. I could just be, need to sit down somewhere and wait till the first week of September to see what the Falcons look like. But if we get out there on week 1 and look like we haven't played well, or we look rusty coming into the first game of the season against Tampa Bay, there's going to be hell to pay, because if we start slow, we may not be able to make it back. But you all think, like, subscribe, share.